Hello, I made Harley hairstyle. There is a quote that I found from her. I'm not sure if I attract crazy or if I make them that way. And every woman has a crazy side that only the right man can bring out. I'm sure many of you can relate to loving someone deeply, yet knowing that they are better off without you. It's heartbreaking realization, but sometimes letting go is the best way to show how much we love someone. Freedom is the greatest gift that you can give to someone you love. In this video, I'll be sharing my thoughts again. It might be long, and get ready to hear a lot. I already talked about that in previous videos, but I didn't go into any details because I didn't want to bore people. I'm feeling more and more open to talk about it. To hell with being quiet. Like the lyrics of a song I sang recently go, I won't be silenced. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. Don't you underestimate me. All I know is I won't go speechless. I apologize in advance, and I know that talking about my story openly won't change anything because I already lost that person. Anyway, I remember the first time I met him. The way my heart skipped a beat and my stomach fluttered with butterflies. He was like a breath of fresh air in a world full of chaos. And I knew from that moment on that he was something special. We didn't click right away. We exchanged just a few words and we went our separate ways. And I didn't see him for years. I almost completely forgot that I met him once. Years after, we became friends. There was this feeling that I have to get to know him better. It was undeniable that I have feelings for him, but our friendship didn't blossom into something more right away. It happened after. He helped me with comfort, patience, and wisdom. But as time went on, I started to see the cracks in our relationship. When somebody changes moods, I can notice, even though they don't tell me. I realized that I was the one that's holding him back. My own insecurities and baggage was weighting him down. He deserves someone who can give him the world, someone who can love him unconditionally without any strings attached. He was the first to say that it is over between us, and I didn't beg him to stay because, as much as it hurt, I knew I had to let him go. I needed some time to think about my feelings, and later letting go became impossible. I ended up having feelings for him even after he completely erased me from his life. But loving someone means wanting the best for them, even if it means sacrificing your own happiness. Sometimes the most loving thing that you can do is setting them free. So he left me, and I look at that now like he set me free, and I will forever stay thankful for that. But self forgiveness sometimes really is the hardest thing that you can reach. I was preventing him from reaching his full potential by holding on to him. He was destined for greatness, and I couldn't bear the thought of holding him back. But I never wanted to become the person that he doesn't want to doesn't want near himself. I know why, and as much as it was difficult to face that fact, I am nothing but trouble. Mostly when people bond with me, they become overwhelmed by my mixed emotions and overthinking. Eventually, they all realize that they can't tie me down and they have to go their separate way. Because I never stay, and so do they. They never stay. Is it because we attract what we are? Is that even true? I am too free spirited to feel okay when emotions and feelings tie me down to someone. And then we both struggle. Falling in love is something that still terrifies me, and it used to make me very anxious. But this time it was different. Seeing someone you love fulfilled, happy, and thriving without you by their side, for some people can be heartbreaking, but for me, I reached a point where I can say that it would be heartwarming for me to see him happy. And he knows that I would be the happiest person alive to be his friend again, but he doesn't feel the same. I'm not seeing him at all, and probably won't see him ever again in my life, but I I don't know how to feel. I know that when you distance yourself, it is easier to move on, let go, and focus on your own life. Deep down, I know that this is how it was meant to be. Everything happens for some reason. In the midst of letting him go, I found myself reflecting on my own feelings of unworthiness. That's something I had to work very hard on myself to overcome. I wanted to be a better version of myself and again feel like I deserve love from people that I care about. But up until this day, I still feel like I don't deserve him. And it makes me feel sad sometimes because I was never the right person for him. Maybe my love for him was rooted in the search for other half, and I needed to be enough for someone just the way I am. And I felt like I am enough for him. I consider my feelings totally normal, except for the fact that you have to first heal past traumas and get to a point where you can honestly say that you feel complete by yourself. Then, after that, you can go find someone who makes your heart skip a beat, who makes you suddenly see everything brighter, who makes you value yourself more. All that by just being there and listen. I am not naive anymore, and I don't know if I should believe in true love, but I believed that he is my true love because I never felt about anyone the way I felt about him. Nobody makes me feel calm like he does. I can't describe that feeling. It's something that I couldn't find in anyone else, and I don't believe that I will ever find that in someone else. Maybe it will be something different, and maybe I will be happy, but yeah. Letting him go made me start to confront my inner demons and come to terms with my own worth. It was a painful process. That's something that was necessary for my own growth and healing. I learned that loving someone means loving yourself first. And sometimes the loving thing that you can do for someone you love is to work on yourself. I started to prioritize my own self care and self love more, and slowly but surely started to feel whole again and complete by myself. I realized that I don't need someone else to complete me. I am fine on my own. I am enough on my own, and I am complete on my own. As I look back on that chapter of my life, I am filled with gratitude and acceptance. I am grateful for the lessons learned and the love that we shared, and for the growth that came from the experience. Love is not about possessing someone, but rather allowing them to be their truest self. I have accepted that he is better off without me, and I wish him nothing but happiness. Made peace with the fact that we are both on our separate journeys and that we are better off far apart. But as I continue with my life, I still reflect on memories from time to time. I carry him in my heart, and he will forever be etched there. To all of you out there who are struggling with the same feelings, know that you are not alone. It takes courage and strength to walk away from someone you love. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and know that brighter days are ahead. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey, and remember to always choose love, even if it means ending up with a broken heart. Just give yourself a chance to be happy and don't do things that you know you will regret in the future. For example, I know I won't regret talking about him, but he would probably see this as oversharing and looking for attention. I'm fine by that. I didn't name anyone, so it can really be anyone. We all have special people in our hearts, whether they are a part of our life or they went on to live without us. Let's change the subject for a bit. Where do I draw the line between authenticity and oversharing? I'm struggling with that question these days. What is oversharing? Oversharing is when someone shares excessive amount of personal information, often until it becomes inappropriate and uncomfortable. I shared some intimate details, but I hope that it didn't make anyone uncomfortable because that was not what I wanted. I hope I didn't come too far with sharing. Why do people feel compelled to overshare on YouTube? Sharing personal struggles can make you feel a sense of closeness to the viewers. They may relate to your experiences and share their own. I realized it is a great place to find friends, better than dating apps. Raw and unfiltered nature of sharing stories can be captivating for some people. However, there are also risks connected with oversharing. One major concern is impact on mental health. Mine is fine at the moment. Exposing personal things to strangers can be emotionally taxing and it leaves creators feeling exposed. I'm still afraid that my sharing of stories will lead to backlash and negative feedback from people. If you question authenticity and motives behind my content, just know that I am not talking to get attention. And I know about privacy and boundaries. I don't share other people's stories. I try not to reveal too much, but get the chance to talk about my feelings openly. I still keep some things private that happened to me 10 years ago or more. Uh, that's something only I and the person who went through that with me know. Oversharing can have impact on personal relationships. I hope nobody feels exposed because of me. I try not to name people when I talk. You remain anonymous. I called one of my videos, "This video will make me forever alone," and I don't mind. Are you sharing to connect with people and offer value and understanding to them like me? Or are you seeking attention and validation? It's important to reflect on your intentions and consider how your content may impact yourself and those around you. My intentions are clear. I talk about emotions, feelings, mental health, psychology. It's important to make sure that you prioritize honesty and integrity. I will babble about something else some more if you don't mind. Love is such a beautiful and powerful force, isn't it? It has the ability to lighten up our lives and brighten up everything. When you are in love, you feel like you can conquer the world. It brings feelings that are truly unmatched by anything else. I believe that everyone deserves to experience true love at least once in their lifetime. Through it all, you have to remain hopeful that you will find someone who understands you and appreciates you. The one I struggle to let go is truly a loving person, compassionate and kind. He gives his all in everything. But realizing that he can't stay by my side broke my heart. Now and then, when I think about what I truly wish for him, it's simple. I want him to find a person that is perfect for him. I want him to experience love that makes him feel like he can fly, that makes him feel like he's on drugs in a good way. And I want him to be with someone who sees his worth and cherishes him for all that he is, just like I did. Even more. I just didn't know how to show how I feel. It happens to me all the time, but most importantly, even though he is not a part of my life anymore, I want him to be happy and content. I want him to be loved, and I will always wonder how he's doing. Finding the right person can be a daunting task, especially in today's world where hookup culture and dating apps seem to dominate. But I believe that there is someone out there for everyone. Someone who shares your aspirations, dreams, and values. Someone who complements your strengths and supports your weaknesses. Someone who makes you laugh, challenges you to be better, and loves you unconditionally. I will always remain an optimist, but I know that a road to finding true love is filled with twists and turns. It's filled with a lot of challenges. In my case, now there is only me, and my reasons for staying alone are personal, but I still believe in love, and I want people to find love. It's important to continue to put yourself out there, take risks, and open your heart to a possibility that you will find someone special. Some people get me, some people don't get me, but we all have to do what's best for us. What if I feel good by pretending I'm smart on YouTube? I'm not that smart. One of the things I admire most about someone is his willingness to stay true to himself, even when faced with rejection and disappointment. He refused to settle for anything else than what he deserves, and I respect that. There is something truly magical about a connection two people can share. It's like a universe aligns in their favor, binding their souls and bringing them closer together. When you find someone who truly loves you, it's a feeling like no other. I already made a video about my research on twin flames, which is something I don't believe in. But now I want to talk about it. May be true or a myth. Who knows? The concept of soulmates has been a well known belief for centuries, and many of you are probably raised to believe that there is one person who is your true match. But what if I tell you that that belief may not be completely accurate? Soulmates come in many forms. While romantic nation is popular, we often overlook the profound connections we share with friends, family, and even pets. My question is, can a soulmate connection stay platonic? Do we have to risk getting into a romantic relationship and losing them afterwards? I haven't found the right answer to that. But the idea of having multiple soulmates has become increasingly popular. Each soulmate serves a purpose in our life. That idea sounds appealing, but is it true? Do you want to hear my definitions of soulmates? That should be someone who understands you deeply and whose connection with you is unbreakable. Our understanding of soulmates is deeply influenced by books, movies, and expectations of society. Have you ever been bombarded with the idea that there's only one perfect person out there for you? And if you don't find them, you will never be truly happy. But that's stupid. You should be happy on your own. I slept for 11 hours because I was feeling a loss of energy. Pablo says hello. Anyway, I was talking about the idea of having one perfect person for you. That can put tremendous pressure on you and your relationships with others. In today's world, we have access to thousands of people at our fingertips, and it is very easy to start believing that there is always someone better. We may start to question if the person we are with is our soulmate. Then we question if we should go look for someone who better fits our idea of a perfect match. But face the reality, there is no such thing as perfect person because we all have imperfections and relationships take work. We are all flawed individuals, and through our imperfections, we learn to grow together. I'm not saying that you should stay in unhealthy and unfulfilling relationship. What happened to me is the relationship ended and I felt like I lost my soulmate. But what about the belief that we can have soul connections with more than one person in our lifetime? And just because one relationship ended doesn't mean that it was any less meaningful and important for you and for your growth. So, is there such thing as multiple soulmates? Well, that depends on your beliefs and expectations. What matters most is finding somebody who loves you and who supports you and somebody with who you can grow and evolve. Whether you believe in one soulmate or multiple or don't believe at any of that, the most important thing is to focus on building a strong and healthy relationship with the person you are with. There you have it. The belief of having multiple soulmates is a personal choice, and there is no right or wrong answer to that. What about the myth of one true soulmate? I believe that the idea of that there is only one person in the whole universe who is meant for us is not only unrealistic but also harmful for our relationships and our sense of self-worth. We are all complex creatures with unique preferences, needs, and desires. It seems impossible for one person to fulfill all that, and that's okay. It's a lot of pressure to believe in the myth of having one true soulmate. If the relationship you're in has a rough patch, and in meantime you meet someone else who fits your criteria better, it's easy to start thinking, is maybe that other person my soulmate? But I didn't struggle with that. I just saw that some people make me feel more happy than the ones that treat me badly. Told you I'm nothing but trouble, and I was a heartbreaker at some point in my life. I don't believe in soulmates, maybe multiple soulmates. I don't believe in twin flames. I don't believe in any of that anymore. I just believe that a strong and lasting relationship should be built on respect, trust, commitment. It shouldn't be built on some idea of a predestined soulmate because that's really too much pressure and it can make you see the relationship from a wrong point of view. I don't blame myself for hurting people in the past. I think that the strongest thing I ever did was leave from some people. You may feel like you have to stay in a relationship that no longer serves you because you think that person is your soulmate and you think it wouldn't be love if you just abandon them. But like I said, the greatest gift that you can give to someone you love is to set them free and give them their freedom. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. And you can live with a broken heart. It gets better at time. You may always feel the love for someone, but it doesn't make you die. You continue your own path. I think that's very brave. And just remember that Even though somebody doesn't feel your idea of a soulmate, doesn't mean that they can't be a loving partner. Allow yourself to find somebody who makes you happy and loved and complements your life rather than completes you, because you are complete on your own. Well, that was just my opinion, but let's say that the myth of soulmates is real. I'll tell you some signs that indicate that you may have indeed found your soulmate. First, you feel a deep and emotional connection with your partner. It's a feeling that you can't quite escape, but you feel deep inside of you that they are the one for you. Two, you share a similar sense of humor. You can laugh at the same things and even finish each other's sentences. You reach this level of understanding and compatibility that is hard to reach. Three, you have a strong sense of teamwork. They complement your strengths and support your weaknesses. You feel like a team, always working together to reach some goal. Four, you feel like you can be your true self around your partner. They accept you and love you for who you are, with all flaws and imperfections. And you feel the same. Five, you have a sense of adventure and love experiencing new things together. This can be grand as traveling the world, or simple as going to a new open restaurant in the city. The important thing is that you both enjoy exploring the life together. Six, you feel contentment and peace when you are with them. You feel like you are at home when you are in their arms. Seven, you have many common hobbies and interests that makes it easier to spend quality time together. You have fun with them even when doing the simplest things. 8, you can talk to them for hours about anything and everything. They always have a way of understanding you and supporting you and making you feel better. 9, they become your best friend, your confidant and your rock. They are always there for you through good times and bad times. You know that you can count on them no matter what. They don't judge you when you make mistakes, and they don't criticize you around other people. They just criticize you when you are alone because they want what's best for you. Then, when you are with them, the time stands still. You are completely present in the moment and all your fears fade away. 11, you just know. There is a feeling of peace in your heart. And you realize why it never worked with anyone else. I mean, you start to see your mistakes and appreciate yourself more and want to become a better version of yourself. 12, you respect your partner's boundaries and they do that for you. You celebrate your differences. 13. There's no such thing as perfect relationship. Focusing on trust, respect, shared values, fun, and mutual support brings you two closer together. These signs are just describing how I see a good relationship, but I still believe that every relationship has its ups and downs. It takes a lot of work to maintain a strong and lasting bond. You should feel lucky if you found someone who checks all these boxes. And congratulations, you may have found your life partner. You are allowed to call them your soulmate because soulmate is not somebody who just comes to your life. Soulmate is somebody who stays in most cases, but sometimes you lose them. In this crazy world, finding somebody like that is truly a blessing. Thank you for listening to me, and may your relationships be filled with joy, respect, and understanding. If you found interesting what you just heard, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on the idea of soulmates. Take care of yourself and keep exploring. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and to the person who will never again be mine, if you ever watch this, know that I'm rooting for you and I wish you all the happiness and love in the world because you deserve it twice. And to the girl I once believed I have to be, the one that cut and burned and put herself down, I am not nothing, and your words don't define me. Only my words can define me, and I am completely okay with somebody thinking that I'm crazy. So, what if I am, maybe? Or am I normal, just like everybody else is? I have accepted that I am different, and I am sorry if I ever treated anyone badly. My apology is sincere, but there are days that I'm still trying to figure out myself. You don't have to forgive me, I will have to live with that. Everything I need is freedom to be who I want to be. It's okay if some people feel resentment towards me. I also don't like everybody. But my deep empathy often makes me develop a soft spot for even the ones who treat me badly. That will never change, and I will always understand people who have difficulty managing their emotions because we are not so different from each other. One more thing, please be careful and realize before it's too late that some people might hurt you. It doesn't matter how many times you've fallen down, what matters most is how many times you stood up. Just live and realize that no matter what you went through, you are so much stronger than what you have to deal with in life. You will always be stronger than what happened to you, even when you don't see that. Okay, people, That would be enough, don't you think? Sending you all love and light until next time. Farewell.